Good afternoon. Actually, it's not the afternoon, it's the morning. And welcome to the FCSAA State NJCAA Region 8 Volleyball Tournament. I'm Scott Jamison. I'll be bringing you all the action today, live from the Bradenton Area Convention Center here in beautiful Bradenton, Florida. Up here on court number 2, first round action, we have the defending national and state champion Miami-Dade College Sharks. They're taking on the Hillsborough Community College Hawks, the Suncoast Conference runners-up. Miami-Dade won the Southern Conference. They are undefeated coming in. And we should have a great match here between two teams, perennial powerhouses. Hillsborough with a state championship on their resume from just a couple years ago in 2015. So the last two state champions are meeting here. Hillsborough took it in 2015. Miami-Dade won it last year. We'll be back momentarily. Stay right where you're at. We've got Miami-Dade College and Hillsborough Community College, first round of the FCSAA tournament after this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are trying to watch the Polk State, Florida State College at Jacksonville game, we are having some technical difficulties. It's not wanting to let us connect right now to the YouTube channel. So Tyler is diligently working on that to try to get it up and going. In fact, he's been working on it for quite a while now. So just wanted to let you know, if you are trying to watch the Polk State, Florida State College at Jacksonville match, it has not started yet. And in fact, will not start for a little bit. They will start at the same time. So Tyler is working on it, and we will try to get that game going as soon as it starts. We are just about ready to go here at the Bradenton Area Convention Center. Scott Jamison here with you. We've got the defending national champion Miami-Dade College Sharks taking on the Hillsborough Community College Hawks. Round one action of this tournament that basically determines who goes to the national tournament as well as who the premier team in the state of Florida is going to be this year. Last year it was Miami-Dade, 2 years ago it was Hillsborough, and now they meet in the first round. Miami-Dade undefeated at 26-0. They have only gone to 5 sets, I believe, and I just had it up, I believe it's only twice. First serve from Hillsborough. Outside Sun Wen Ting. Miami-Dade can hurt you in so many ways. There's one of their big weapons on the outside, number 13, Maciel Matos. Little dump from the setter. That was number 17, Tiziana Bombrakova. Wen Ting off hands. Good rally going here for the first point. Outside, left-handed attack to Matos. They'll go outside to Sun Wen Ting. Off hands, a great dig. Not able to keep it alive. First point goes to Miami-Dade. So again, the Sharks are able to attack in so many different ways, but they also play very good defense. They don't allow teams to get many rallies going. They don't allow teams to get a lot of momentum. Outside big attack. That one dug by Matos. And that'll be a point for Hillsborough. That one came down for a point for the Hawks. Now 1-1. Here early on, set number 1, FCSAA, NJCAA Region 8 tournament. 3 teams out of the 8 will advance to Hutchinson, Kansas. That one blocked down for a point for Hillsborough. They take a 2-1 lead. Last year it was Miami-Dade, Santa Fe College, and Polk State. All 3 teams are here again. Miami-Dade won the national championship. Polk State finished 3rd, and Santa Fe College finished 4th. So a great showing from the state of Florida last year in Casper, Wyoming. This year it will be in Hutchinson, Kansas. And now Sun Wen Ting from China will serve, 5'11", sophomore outside hitter. And that's the thing, Miami-Dade returned a majority of their key players. Sun Wen Ting, Rafaela Bonifacio, Maciel Matos, Thais de Castro Andrade, Paula Barbosa Loro also returning. And now 3-2 lead for Hillsborough. Serving for the Hawks is the libero, Laura Rojas, out of Orlando, Florida, Cypress Creek High School. She will serve to the Sharks. Libero on the other side for Miami-Dade is Camila Hernandez, excuse me. And Miami-Dade will pick up a point to tie it up 3-3. The only match Miami-Dade was challenged in last year was Daytona State in the first round, went to 5 sets. Miami-Dade won 3-2. They did not lose another set the rest of the season. They swept through the rest of the state tournament, swept through the national tournament, en route to an emphatic national championship. There's an ace by the libero, number 16, Camila Hernandez, out of Cali, Colombia. A lot of international flair on these 2 teams. Colombia, China, Brazil, Dominican Republic, Czech Republic. On the other side for Hillsborough, Italy, Brazil, Spain, New Zealand, China, Canada. Volleyball is a world game. There is no question about it. And you can even see it here at the junior college level in the state of Florida. 4-4 the score. There's a kill right in the middle for Rafaela Bonifacio. They just can come at you from so many different angles. Bonifacio, Wen Ting, Maciel Matos, who's serving right now. Good chance that she might be the National Player of the Year. Matos comes in with 279 kills, 3.67 kills per set for Matos. Service error. Miami-Dade has 3 players averaging more than 3.4 kills per set. Maciel Matos at 3.67, Rafaela Bonifacio 3.47, and Sun Win Ting at 3.43 kills per set. They all have at least 240 kills on the season individually. That one was wide. Now 6-5, Hillsborough in the lead. I'm going to try to fix that, make it a little bit easier to read. There we go. Outside, down the line. Nice dig. The attack wide, no touch called. Point for Miami-Dade. And I need to correct the score. It is 7-5. Miami-Dade out in front. It's different on my screen than it is over there. Into the middle. That was Bonifacio that had the attack. On the outside for Hillsborough, Petra Manderson. Call illegal contact on Miami-Dade, and now 7-6. Serving now for Hillsborough, number 13, Yali Li from Inner Mongolia, China. Yali Li serves. One thing you'll notice about both of these teams is how well they pass. Hillsborough comes in at 21-9, a very accomplished team. But both teams pass really well. And you know, it's obviously players like Maciel Matos and Sun Win Ting, and for Hillsborough you have Petra Manderson and Kira Williams-Shepard, that they're the ones that pick up all the kills. They sort of get all the attention with how hard they hit the ball and how many plays they make. But the passing is so important in the setting as well, because you can't execute like we just saw right there from Miami-Dade without the ability to make a good first clean pass. Score 9-6, Miami-Dade leading. Hillsborough will take a timeout. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more from the FCSAA State NJCAA Region 8 Tournament live from the Bradenton Area Convention Center. Back live, Bradenton Area Convention Center, serving for Miami-Dade is number 18, Thais de Castro Andrade. And a point for Miami-Dade, who has now stretched the lead to 10-6, their largest lead of the match. Hillsborough, very important that they get a point right here, stop the momentum, and they get one with the block. Nicely played at the net by Darian Proper. Darian likes to go by DJ, so I may call her DJ Proper the rest of the way. No matter what you call her, that was a heck of a play by Proper. Perfectly timed jump for the block. And that was the point that Hillsborough needed. Now Miami-Dade comes back. Petra Manderson with 318 kills, averaging 3.03 per set. Kira Williams-Shepard right behind her, 2.99 per set, 287 kills in 28 matches played. So again, Hillsborough, this is not going to be a pushover match for Miami-Dade, and they know that. They know they did not come in here expecting like a conference champion may. They're getting a runner-up from a conference. You know, maybe they don't really go 100%. Coach Kiko Benoit, the head coach for Miami-Dade, is not going to allow them to not keep their foot on the gas pedal the whole way. Coach Benoit, the National Coach of the Year last year, and one of the best in the business. The assistant coaches for Miami-Dade, Natalie Gutierrez, and for Hillsborough, head coach Gary Larkin, also one of the best in the business. And Monica Ewalt and Antia Rodriguez are the assistant coaches for the Hawks. Wanted to make sure we get them mentioned. You know, the coaches, especially the assistant coaches, just at any level. There's a kill from Miami-Dade. 13-8 now the score. They put in so much work that, you know, sometimes it goes unnoticed. So you like to take the opportunity when it's there to really recognize and thank the assistant coaches and the athletic trainers. That's another position. The sports information directors. I see Miami-Dade's sports information director down there. He does a tremendous job for the Sharks. There's Matos with a little bit of finesse. You know, they expect her to come up and just blast the ball. Takes a little bit of finesse up and over the block. And that's what a veteran player like her is going to do. She takes what the defense gives her. There's a reason she's arguably the best player in the entire country at this level. Serve just wide from Sun Win Ting. And a much-needed point for the Hawks. Now Laura Rojas will try to get the Hawks going. College of Central Florida just walked into the building. They'll take on Santa Fe College on court number 1 at 1 o'clock in first-round action. And the other game right here on court number 2 will be St. Pete and Palm Beach State College. Sun Win Ting receives the serve outside to Matos. Win Ting right there. Another thing about Miami-Dade is their attacking players, their outside hitters, also very good defensively. So you don't have to really rotate them out very often at all because they can come up with some big-time digs, and they really make plays. Illegal contact called on Hillsborough. Now 15-10 Miami-Dade. Substitution. Fiorella Morillo checks in for Miami-Dade. She's from Cali, Colombia as well. In the middle, left-handed attack, long. So miscommunication right there on the Hillsborough side. They had 2 players there. Kira Williams-Shepard was able to get to the ball, but a little bit of a collision, I think, probably prevented her from placing that into the back corner like she was intending. Timeout Hillsborough, that's their second one of the first set, so they'll be out of timeouts. Each team gets 2 timeouts per set. You can't take them with you. They don't roll over. So Coach Gary Larkin will use it now to try to stem the tide of the Miami-Dade points. And once Miami-Dade starts pulling away, it is difficult to run points off. Like I talked about a little bit before the game started, it's tough to get a rally going. They have so many stoppers out there in Matos and Sun Win Ting that it's really difficult to run off 5 or 6 points in a row against them. So what Hillsborough needs to do right now is not think about it like that. They need to think about getting 2 and 3 point chunks right now. Maybe get 2 or 3 here, and then if you allow a point from Miami-Dade, then try to get a couple, 2, 3 more after that. Obviously, it's getting a little bit closer to that 25 point, which is what it takes to win. So they can't, you know, you can't get too complacent, but I think right now Hillsborough does not need to be thinking 5 or 6 points in a row to try to tie this up right away. I think it just needs they need to play within themselves and keep playing their game. They're a good, very talented team. Shepard, there's a kill for Hillsborough, so there's a good start for the Hawks. And now Petra Manderson, Laura Rojas will serve. And I've been mixing up Caroline Binky. That 7 looks like a 1 from here, so I apologize if the Binky family is watching. That's a kill for Miami-Dade. So the libero, Caroline Binky from Sao Paulo, Brazil. And now Maciel Matos will serve for the Sharks, who lead 17-11. Big jump serve from Matos. Outside attack, long, no touch called. And now 18-11 here in the first set. Sharks with the advantage. Over on court number 1, you can watch Florida State College at Jacksonville take on Polk State College. Right now, Polk State College is leading 18-14 over the Blue Wave. Some more miscommunication on the Hillsborough side. And now if you're Hillsborough, you're at a point where you don't want to give up ever, of course. You don't want to give in and assume the match is over. But you have to start thinking a little bit about the rest of the match and building some momentum. That was a wicked serve from Maciel Matos. Wow. Just over the net. Downward action. Looked like a splitter in baseball. Bottom just dropped out of that one. Now 20-11. But if you're Hillsborough right now, you have to start making some positive strides, starting to make some positive plays that you can use as you move forward in this match. Off the hands and killed, and now a 10-point lead. I'll tell you what, Matos, if there's a weakness in her game, I'd like somebody to point it out to me, because I have not seen it yet. I've watched her play now for 2 years at this tournament, as well at the national tournament. I was in Casper, Wyoming last year for that tournament, and there's not much she can't do. That serve was long. And when you have a player like that that can play every spot on the floor, never comes out, it's a nice luxury to have. And Coach Kiko Benoit has a few players like that. Hillsborough trying to be aggressive with the serve. Wide. And now Rafaela Bonifacio. But first, substitutions for Miami-Dade. Coming in, we've got number 12, Taina Mendez, and number 10, Valeria Alegrias. So Matos will take a breather. It's 22-12, so she'll get a chance to get some water, which is what she's doing right now. Get a few extra seconds to catch her breath before set number 2. Serving for Miami-Dade. Still Rafaela Bonifacio outside. Off the hands and a kill for Hillsborough. Back to a 10-point advantage for the Sharks. The winner of this match will play at 4 o'clock on court number 1 on the other court against the winner of the match going on right now, Polk State and Florida State College at Jacksonville. Florida State College at Jacksonville, winners of the Panhandle Conference. Polk State runners-up in the Mid-Florida. There's a kill for Hillsborough, so now back-to-back points for the Hawks. Matos tries to cut it, and it's wide. 3 points for the Hawks. Well, this is what I was talking about a little bit ago. You can see their bench is getting a little bit more fired up. You can see a little bit more pep in their step over there. They're realizing, you know, we can We can do this. Matos is back in, by the way. Great dig. That was Elena Chuli, excuse me. Miami-Dade still comes away with the point, but a great play by Chuli on a missile hit by Sun Wen Ting. Now into serve for Miami-Dade is Thais de Castro Andrade. Blocked for the final point. And Miami-Dade takes the first set 25-15. We will move on to set number 2 here in about 3 minutes. Stay right where you're at. You're watching the FCSAA NJCAA Region 8 tournament live from the Bradenton Area Convention Center. Back here at the Bradenton Area Convention Center, Scott Jamieson with you. Miami-Dade College Sharks leading 1-0 over Hillsborough Community College Hawks. Tyler giving me some lessons on how to do this stuff that I should probably already know how to do. Thank you, Tyler. Tyler Allen, of course, producing, and got here yesterday and ran through all the sets while I was running around crazy in Gainesville. So thank you to Tyler Allen, who is a lifesaver as always. Also Mike Rideout. Mike Rideout on the other court, court number 1. Mike, a true professional in the broadcast industry, does a tremendous job. And you can hear him over on court number 1. Don't hold it against me when you hear how good he is. Mike will be doing some other sports for us as well here in the FCSA, baseball, softball tournaments, and possibly some basketball as well. So we look forward to working with Mike and appreciate him making the trip to Bradenton. He also lives in Gainesville. I believe Polk State just took the first set 25-22. Yes, indeed, 25-22 on court number 1. You can watch that match at the same time if you want. For you volleyball junkies out there, just split screen it. Watch them both. Some of the best talent in the country at this level being played here at this tournament. No question about it. As I said earlier, if you're just tuning in, last year at the national tournament, Miami-Dade won it. Going away, they didn't lose a set. Polk State finished 3rd and Santa Fe College finished 4th. So 3 of the top 4 teams in the country last year were out of this tournament right here. And it would not surprise me in the least if something like that occurred again in Hutchinson, Kansas at the national tournament this year. Outside to Shepard. Big blast and a kill for Shepard. Now 3-3. They really need her to get going. She can absolutely play on the outside. Right side hitter, 6-foot sophomore out of Scarborough, Ontario, Canada. Floater, Sun Win Ting has to run up on that one. It's from Laura Rojas. And a kill from Miami-Dade. Now 4-3. Sharks. Sharks took the first set, 25-15. You can see that there on your screen. Up there in the top right-hand corner. Thank you, of course, to Matt Innes, who runs this tournament, the athletic director at State College of Florida. Matt does, well, he does pretty much everything. Of course, thank you to Kelly Warren as well. An overpass is put away by Fiorella Murillo, freshman middle. And those are the ones you just lay in bed thinking about when you're in middle. Those overpasses with nobody in the way. It's like a breakaway dunk. Think about what you're going to do. And she just hit that just about straight down. Now Macio Matos just long on the serve. She thought she cut that one enough on top of it to get it in. 5-4 advantage now for the Hawks. So Hillsborough doing a good job. They need to stay with Miami-Dade and try to make a run at the end. Good serve right off the top of the net. Murillo mistimed her jump, and now the Hawks have tied it up. Good job by Hillsborough here early on, set number 2. I see Wallace Minto over there for Polk State. Another person who does a great job. He helps run the baseball state tournament every year. A lot of important figures here. Off the hands and down, killed by Miami-Dade. A lot of people who help the FCSAA run. Of course, have to thank Rob Cheney as well, who runs the website. Belinda Wheatcroft, who does a tremendous job over at the FCSAA offices with Kelly Warren. She's another one of those individuals that the work sort of goes unnoticed only because people don't know who is doing it. And it's probably Belinda. So thank you to Belinda for all of her hard work. Now a 7-5 lead for Miami-Dade. Hillsborough comes right back with a point. Moves it to 7-6. You can see they're fired up. They know that they can play. They know they can play with Miami-Dade. That first set, they've moved that one to the back of their mind. They're not worried about it. Coach Gary Larkin can coach with anybody. And he knows what adjustments to make. Now, again, whether it ends up paying off or not, he's going to make those adjustments. His players are going to react, and they're going to give it their best shot against the defending national champions. And I'm not trying to make it sound like this is some sort of insurmountable game for Hillsborough. Again, they won this tournament 2 years ago. This is a very good team. This is a very good program that Coach Gary Larkin runs. Miami-Dade is just 26-0, and they're playing about as good as you can play volleyball right now. On the season, they've lost 9 sets. They've been taken to 5 sets twice. Once by Florida State College at Jacksonville, who's playing on court number 1 right now, and once by the College of Central Florida. We've got a tied second set, 8-8. And they lost 9 sets. They swept 19 matches of 26, including their last 5. And they've swept 10 of their last 11, and they've lost 1 set in their last 11 matches. So if it sounds like I'm sort of building Miami-Dade up, it's not that I'm doing that. I'm just talking about a team that is exceptionally good. They're 26-0. Anybody is beatable. And I can guarantee you that is the mentality that Hillsborough has right now. Miami-Dade knows they have a target on their back. You don't come in as the defending national champions undefeated and expect to just roll over everybody. Now Hillsborough with the lead, 10-9. So now they've grabbed the lead. You've got Miami-Dade on their heels a little bit. And this is, you make them play a little bit differently. Maybe they make some adjustments that, you know, sort of they don't necessarily need to make. And there's an ace. So now you're in their head a little bit. And that's what Hillsborough needs to do. They need to keep that pressure on, and they need to keep that mental edge over Miami-Dade. They're waiting on a volleyball. That's a key component to this game, and they've got one. Petra Manderson will serve after her ace. 2-point lead for Hillsborough. They go right back to the same spot. Sun Win Ting, and they are going to call a legal attack, and now a 3-point lead. Coach Kiko Benoit will call a timeout. Miami-Dade on their heels a little bit. Hillsborough playing very well in this second set. They bounced back from a 25-15 defeat in the first set. They've got a 3-point lead. Miami-Dade timeout. We will be back right after this. You're watching the FCSAA State NJCAA Region 8 tournament right here on the FCSAA Sports YouTube channel. Out of the timeout, Miami-Dade goes to Maciel Matos. Oops, sorry, hit the wrong button there. I'm going to blame Tyler. Great job, Tyler. He doesn't even know what he did. Serving for Miami-Dade is Sun Win Ting. Into the middle, off the hands. Matos keeps it alive. Miami-Dade again keeps it alive. Outside now to Bonifacio. To Shepard, off hands, and a kill for Shepard. Shepard is the player the Hawks, they want to get her some attempts when she's in there. She's their most consistent hitter. Now serving Truly. Excuse me, Binky. I'll get that right eventually, I promise. Caroline Binky, there she is right there, with the bump set into the middle. Miami-Dade now with an opportunity. Outside to Matos, across and a kill for Maciel Matos. Well, Matos comes in at 6 foot. She plays about 6'3" with her jumping ability, and that's the other thing. She has nice long arms for a volleyball player as well, and it gives her that advantage. And when she hits it at its highest point, which she is apt to do very often, it's tough to tell where she's going to go with it. She also has a good cut. She can play a finesse game. That one's in, nicely done by Hillsborough. And they are maintaining that 3-point lead. They're okay with trading points right now with Miami-Dade. Last match, they fell behind by 5 or 6. And we talked about how they had to now run off chunks of points. Right now, they don't need chunks of points. It would be nice, of course, more you can pull away. Matos on the outside with just one blocker in the way. That's not going to be enough. Hillsborough's going to have to shift 2 players over there to try to stop her. Problem with that is now you've got Sun Win Ting and Rafaela Bonifacio to contend with, as well as the setter, Bumbrakova, who can dump the ball over. Lots of different angles they can come at you from. Matos serves. Binky with the reception. Set. Attack from the 3-meter line. That's a beautiful shot right there by Petra Manderson from that 10-foot line. Had a lot of cut to it and not able to handle it were the Sharks. And now 15-12. So again, trading points back and forth. Hillsborough is going to take that all day. Free ball opportunity for the Hawks. Outside. Win Ting, that goes off the rafters. That is in play. If it hits the rafters or the lights up there, as long as it stays on the same side of the net, it will be in play. If it hits and goes across the net, it will be considered out. So it cannot use the roof or the rafters or the lights to your advantage to get the ball over. Now a 4-point lead for Hillsborough. That serve long. Now back to a 3-point lead, 16-13. Hillsborough leading. They dropped the first set, but they are in control here. They'd love to maintain this 3-point lead the whole way. Getting side outs is going to be very important. Cut that one off the outside of the hand too much, and a point for Miami-Dade. Key spot right here for the Hawks. Short serve, overpass. That overpass was really generated by that serve. Sort of just a reactionary play at the net. The ball happened to sort of slide over to the Miami-Dade side, and Sun Win Ting was right there to put it away. And now to within 1 are the Sharks. Another short serve, good pass. Back outside to Manderson, blocked at the net by Murillo. 16-16. And a timeout for Coach Gary Larkin. He wants to talk it over. Score is tied. Second set, Miami-Dade leads 1-0. First round action live from the Bradenton Area Convention Center. You're watching the FCSAA State NJCAA Region 8 tournament right here on the FCSAA Sports YouTube channel. Back here live at the Bradenton Area Convention Center. Scott Jamieson here with you. Miami-Dade College defending national champions taking on the Hillsborough Community College Hawks in the first round. The winner will play either Polk State or Florida State College at Jacksonville in the second round at 4 o'clock. Miami-Dade has just taken the lead. That's 4 straight points for the Sharks. Correction, 5 straight points. It was 16-12. So 5 straight points now for the Sharks. Polk State leading 1-0. Now they took the first set 25-22 over Florida State College of Jacksonville. Now they're leading 12-11 in the second set. Miami-Dade retakes the lead 18-17. Couple substitutions in for Miami-Dade. Paula Barbosa-Loro and into serve, Thais de Castro Andrade. Andrade outside and through the blockers, killed for Q Salmon. Kiona, she likes to go by Q, I was told by the assistant coach. So we'll call her Q. She made a nice play right there, going through that block. That's some power. Overpass by Miami-Dade. Not hurt by it. Sun Win Ting wide. And now a lead for Hillsborough, 19-18. Here come the Hawks. If you're a fan of the Hawks, you have to like this. That's some grit. Gave up 5 straight points to Miami-Dade and came right back with a couple of their own to retake the lead. And how about another one? Shepard with the block on Win Ting. Now 20-18. Miami-Dade has not lost a set in over 2 weeks, and they've lost 1 set since September 30th. Hillsborough trying to change all that. They're trying to put the pressure on the defending national champions. They want this set number 2. Matos, well, she comes up looking like she's going to hit to her left with her body turned that direction and then hits off the outside of her hand completely to the other side of the court, and there's not really much you can do. Serving for Miami-Dade was Tiziana Bombakova. Now 21-19. Hillsborough, 2-point advantage. Miami-Dade needs to answer if they're going to come back and take set 2. Right now, Hillsborough, important they keep those serves in. Don't give any free points. Sun Win Ting in the middle, killed. Now 21-20. That one goes 6 rows up into the stands. Sun Win Ting serves. Set all the way to the outside. That was Elena Chuli with the attack. Off the hands and a kill. It's 21-21. St. Pete College is in the building. They've walked in. They'll play at 1 o'clock. They'll take on Palm Beach State College here on court number 2. You can watch that one on the YouTube channel. Outside to Chuli, yes. Serving Benke long, and not what Hillsborough wanted right there. They had the advantage. And Coach Gary Larkin, you can just see it on his face down there. Obviously, He's calling in where to serve that. He wanted it longer towards the back line and just a little long. Libero for Miami-Dade serving. Outside, what a dig by Win Ting. Wide, no touch. Point Hillsborough. We're getting down to crunch time here. Hillsborough leading 23-22. Serving for Hillsborough, Laura Rojas. Floater. Somehow kept alive by Miami-Dade. Hillsborough is putting it in some really good spots right now, and Miami-Dade is just somehow keeping it alive, but just barely. And then they get it outside to Matos, who puts it away, and Maciel Matos gets a point for the Sharks. Knotted up 23-23. Matos serving. Top spin. She didn't get too aggressive with it. You wanted to make sure that was in. You don't want to give up number 24. Outside. And illegal contact called. 24-23. So Miami-Dade in danger of losing their first set since back on October 17th. And just their second set since September 29th. And guess who that set was to? Hillsborough Community College, and they've beat Miami-Dade again for another set, 25-23. We're tied up at 1. What a great way to bounce back for the Hawks. We'll go to the third set. Miami-Dade a little bit on their heels now after a big win in the first set. Now they've got a little bit to think about. The Hawks have some momentum. We'll be back with the third set right after this. Just a few seconds away from set number 3 here at the Bradenton Area Convention Center. I'm Scott Jamieson, bringing you all the action, along with Mike Rideout on court number 1. We'll have every game of this tournament. You won't miss single serve. This one's tied up 1-1. Miami-Dade took the first set 25-15. Hillsborough bounced back with a 25-23 win in set number 2, just the second set that Miami-Dade has lost since the middle of October, and just the third one since September 29th. One of those was Hillsborough. So Hillsborough knows they can play with Miami-Dade. That on the outside of the antenna, the wrong side of it, and a point for the Sharks. Who take an early 1-0 lead. Now serving for Miami-Dade, Tiziana Bumrakova. She's out of Prague, Czech Republic. It's one place I'd like to go. Big kill on the outside by Kira Shepard. Well, Shepard was able to get some things going for the Hawks in the last set, and they'll try to keep feeding her the ball when she's in there. She makes things happen with that left arm. She really has some power and can place it all over the place. Really, really good player. And there's a block for Shepard. Well, I can guarantee you right now that Miami-Dade knows they're in a battle. It's not going to be one of their standard 3-set sweeps, obviously. We know that much now. Hillsborough is executing. Teams don't always do that against Miami-Dade. They get out of their game plan because Miami-Dade does so many things well that they forget what they do well. And they start playing into the hands of Miami-Dade and playing at their pace and playing their style, and that's a problem. You have to play within yourself. That's something Gary Larkin knows how to do. He's been here, done that. He's won a state championship. He's actually won more than that. Hillsborough won in 2006, 2013, and 2015. 2006, they defeated Miami-Dade for the state championship. And now they lead here 3-2 in this third set. Polk State leads 22-19 in the second set on court 1. They have a 1-0 lead, looking to make it 2 over Florida State College at Jacksonville. Hillsborough keeps that alive on a great serve. Matos outside with the blast and a 4-3 advantage for the Sharks. Back to serve again. Camila Hernandez. One of 3 players out of Cali, Colombia for the Sharks. Into the net and a point for Miami-Dade. Well, one thing that Hillsborough was able to do in that second set that they weren't in the first set was keep it close in the early going, and then they were able to stretch it out to 2 or 3, and they were able to really maintain that. Miami-Dade did go on a 5-0 run, but the thing was that Hillsborough had a 4-point lead at that point. So you can absorb a 5-point run when you're winning. And so that's where Hillsborough needs to be. They need to try to gain an advantage, and right now Miami-Dade with that 6-3 lead. And now if they go on one of their patented 4 or 5-point runs, Miami-Dade, it's trouble for the Hawks. So they've got to think about this in small increments. Good job by Murillo not to overplay that one. She had a chance maybe to think about on that overpass, but she kept her hand back, didn't want to be penalized, and good decision. And Miami-Dade comes away with the point and a timeout for the Hawks. 7-3. Miami-Dade leading here in set number 3. We're tied up 1-1. We'll be back with more of the FCSAA and JCAA Region 8 tournament on the FCSAA YouTube channel right after this. An 8-3 lead for Miami-Dade, and now 9-3. Danger zone for Hillsborough. This is not a team that you want to get a big deficit against. They're not apt to give up big chunks of points. Into the middle. That was Manderson on the attack. She's very good from that 10-foot line. Truly was blocked. Now Shepard off hands, kept alive. Outside to Matos. Matos with a big blast. She just puts so much on the ball. It's tough to react and make a play. And then if you do, a lot of times the pass, you're essentially reacting to keep the ball alive. You're not necessarily thinking about where the pass has to go. That serve into the net, so a big break for Hillsborough. They'll regain the service. They'll bring a couple substitutes in. Q Salmon, and serving will be Laura Rojas. Rojas serves. Floater. Murillo. Into the middle of Bonifacio. No, kept alive nicely by Hillsborough, and Hillsborough will pick up the point. Now 10-5. Murillo in the middle. And a point on an illegal contact call. Maciel Matos will serve, and she'll probably be a little bit more aggressive here, up 11-5 than she was at the end of the second set. Very good server. And she was a little bit more aggressive, and it went into the net. Matos came in with 48 service aces. That was best on the team. Also with the most service errors at 45. Well, when you're aggressive with your serve, you're going to end up with some errors. Overpass, put away, 11-7. Serving is Chuli. Set to Bonifacio, blocked. Now 11-8, so here come the Hawks. Truly serving. Bump set into the middle for Sun Wen-ting. Wen-ting's been a little bit quiet here as of late. Had a good first set. Illegal attack. So Matos was in front of that line, 10-foot line. And a timeout. 4 straight points for the Hawks. Coach Kiko Benoit takes a timeout. Hawks leading trailing, but now just by 2 to Miami-Dade. So good fight shown by Hillsborough. We'll be back right after this. Back here in Bradenton Area Convention Center. Some good volleyball going on right now on both courts. And to get a lift on Miami-Dade, and it all of a sudden is a 1-point set number 3. Just when you started to think maybe Miami-Dade was grabbing the momentum and was going to run with it, Hillsborough shifted some things around, started to make some plays. And Sun Wen-ting makes a gutsy call, and the right one. That serve was long. Good volleyball IQ right there by Wen-ting. A little bit of help from the bench, of course. Very important on those serves. They have a good angle on the ball. Different angle as well. Rafaela Bonifacio serves. Floater to the front. Off the hands, kept alive, and then sent over. So a free ball opportunity for the Hawks. Outside, blocked off the hands, and a kill for Q. Hillsborough showing they're here to win this thing. They're not here to be the first victim of the defending national champions. They're here to win. And right now they're doing what they need to. Nelly Diaz in to serve. Diaz, a freshman out of Land O'Lakes, Florida. Hillsborough with the point, and now the serve. Excuse me, Miami-Dade with the point, and now the serve. Stand corrected. Serving will be Thais de Castro Andrade. We'll have to do some shifting around over there to get the libero back in. Make sure they had the substitution first. Have to sandwich the libero with the player that came in and out. In terms of when you're doing the libero tracking and the substituting. Off the hands, kept alive by Matos. I didn't think she was going to get to that. Free ball for the Hawks. Opportunity to score. Now sort of almost a free ball for Miami-Dade. Matos long on the attack. Point Hillsborough. Polk State with a 2-0 lead over Florida State College at Jacksonville, and they are in control of set number 3 as well, up 7-3 on court number 1. You can watch that one on the FCSA Sports YouTube channel with Mike Rideout bringing you the play-by-play. Mike's been doing this a very long time, and he is very good at what he does. Serving for Miami-Dade, Tiziana Bumrakova. Freshman setter. Outside, Matos. Shepard up and over. The libero, though, read that one. Camila Hernandez. And a kill for Miami-Dade. Now 15-12. Well, it's those little things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet, but Shepard thought she had a point right there. She's going to dump it over the blockers. Hernandez read it right away. Came flying up and was able to get there with plenty of time and enough time to make a good pass as well. There's a dig by Hernandez. Sun Wen Ting off hands and a kill, and now back up to a 4. Yes, 4-point lead. The scoreboard threw me off over there. They had it at 15-13, but it was 15-12, and now they just put the point on the wrong side. I think they're getting a little antsy. They're guessing a little bit over there, and they're getting the points up awfully fast. I think they thought it was just out, but it was off the hands. Sun Wen Ting blocked by Shepard. Wow. Off that left hand of Shepard, she kept that thing strong, and it went right back down onto the Miami-Dade side of the court. So give a block to Kira Shepard. And now serving for Hillsborough is Petra Manderson. Long. Outside, Chuli, yes, killed. Inside of that back line. Placed where there was nobody home. And now Caroline Benke will serve. Floater short. Hernandez receives. Set outside to Matos. And with some momentum coming forward and a good set, that's going to be tough to deal with for Hillsborough, regardless of whether they get blockers in the way. Murillo checks back into the front line. Shepard wide, and point Miami-Dade. Good idea by Shepard, just too much cut. It just missed the line by about a foot. Hernandez serves again. Now Hillsborough, Manderson from the 10-foot line. Good pass outside to Matos again, up and over, dug out by Shepard. Manderson. Bump set, they'll go back to Matos. Set outside, Chuli off Miami-Dade, out point Hillsborough. Hit the blockers and then landed about 1.5 feet wide of that sideline. And Hillsborough will pick up a big point. You can see game photos. Our friend Tom down there, Tom Haggerty, does a really, really nice job taking photos of this tournament. If you go to the FCSAA Facebook page, killed for Matos on the outside. Tom, the other good thing, as soon as this match is over, he's going to have pictures uploaded. Within a few minutes, there will be a lot of good photos that he'll have. He's at every tournament, FCSAA major tournament. So if you'd like to see your friend or son or daughter, the son during the men's tournaments. But for this case, if you'd like to see your daughter or granddaughter or cousin up there, go check that out on the FCSAA Facebook page. You've got a timeout on our side over there called by Hillsborough. Polk State is running away from Florida State College at Jacksonville on court number 1. Sprinting right now, up 12-3 in the third set with a 2-0 lead already. And they are in very good form right now, which they're going to need to be if they hold on. And well, no matter who wins over here, whether it's Miami-Dade or Hillsborough, they're going to have to be playing at a high level. Both of these teams are playing at a very high level right now, Hillsborough and Miami-Dade. You can always watch that match too. Flip it over. You can watch them at the same time if you'd like on YouTube. Matos serves for Miami-Dade out of the timeout. Overpass. Not able to put it away by Bonifacio. Matos digs. Sun Wen-Ting. Set goes outside to Chuli. Wen-Ting not able to keep that one in play. And a kill for Chuli and a point for the Hawks. In the middle, Murillo off the hands and a kill. We got Tyler Allen on the controls up here for us. Mike Rideout on court number 1. A couple substitutions coming in for Miami-Dade. Valeria Alegrias came in. Murillo blocks. She had her head up almost above the net. Both arms, she read that one well. Set it back down on the other side, and a point for the Sharks, who now lead by 6 here in the third set. Trying to take a 2-1 advantage. Kept alive somehow by Wen-Ting and Murillo. Set outside, that was Hugh Salmon. Wen-Ting, who has now started to come alive in this set, and you see the difference in the score. When she is playing well, they're tough because she gives them another dynamic weapon and also plays good defense. And that's the thing, even when she's not showing up, as I mentioned earlier that she hadn't called her name a lot, well, she was still playing great defense. And so that's what she brings to this team. They'll go outside to her and a little bit of a finesse shot, but an illegal contact was called prior to that. So a point for Hillsborough, 23-17 the score. (24-17), Miami-Dade leading with the opportunity here to go ahead 2-1. Serving for the set, Thais de Castro Andrade. Just checked my texts for the first time in a long time during that last timeout break, and thank goodness, because, you know, I don't know what I would do without Coach Johnny Wiggs. There's the final point. Without Coach Johnny Wiggs of Santa Fe College Baseball staying on top of me here, making sure I'm doing my job correctly all the way from Gainesville. So thank you, Coach Wiggs, for your words of encouragement, I guess we could call them. Miami-Dade takes set number 3. We're headed to the 4th set. We'll be back 2-1 advantage for the Sharks. You're watching the FCSAA NJCAA Region 8 tournament right here on the FCSAA Sports YouTube channel. moments away here from set number 4. It's looking more and more like the match on court 1 is going to be a sweep for Polk State. I don't want to count out Florida State College at Jacksonville yet, obviously, but it is 22-11 in the third set. Polk State leading 2-0, so it is looking like, again, that more and more like Polk State's going to get a sweep. Hillsborough gets the first point of the fourth set, and Hillsborough needs to jump out to a lead if they can. That's going to be crucial for them. That's how they won set number 2. They're able to get a lead, and then they were able to absorb the big run by Miami-Dade. Miami-Dade ran off 5 points, but when they did that, they only took a 1-point lead. Hillsborough bounced right back, got back to a 2 or 3 point lead, and were able to maintain that until the end. Serving for Hillsborough, Petra Manderson. Hillsborough, great job keeping that ball, just to keep it alive and give themselves an opportunity. And now they've got that opportunity. No, they don't. They're going to say that one hit the floor. Up official makes the call, and a point for Miami-Dade, now 2-1. That one's in as well for Miami-Dade, now 2-2. Dade looking to win the match with this set. Hillsborough wants this to go to a 5th set. If it should go to a 5th set, it would be to 15. And it is official on court number 1. Polk State has swept Florida State College at Jacksonville in about an hour and 20 minutes. They made quick work. Now Hillsborough back in front, 3-2. Well, 3-3. So the team's trading points here early on in set number 4. Miami-Dade lost set number 2, just their second set lost since October 17th, and just their third set lost in September 29th. Shepard on the outside with the kill. Now serving will be Rojas. Murillo not able to find a spot. Now truly off the hands and a kill. Hillsborough 5-3. At 1 o'clock, we will have 2 more matches. College of Central Florida and Santa Fe College will be on court number 1. And over here on court number 2, we will have St. Petersburg College and Palm Beach State College. Matos serving in a 5-5 set 4. Matos, a first-team All-American a year ago, and a very good chance she could be the National Player of the Year this year. It's a wicked, wicked serve, and an ace for Matos. When she comes up in positions where she can be aggressive, she's going to be with that serve. Now, the downside of that is she did have 45 service errors in the regular season. But if you're Coach Kiko Benoit, you're going to take that a little bit. You're going to take the good with the bad because she creates so many points with her serve. There's another example. And she creates a free ball opportunity out of that. So that's something, again, it's not going to go in the stats, but she really helped create that point. She shifted the momentum back and gave the attack to Miami-Dade before Hillsborough ever had a chance. Matos ready to serve again. That one off the bottom of the hand, mishit, 8-5. We'll see if Coach Gary Larkin calls a timeout. He will. So we'll take a break as well. We'll be back. 8-5 advantage, set number 4 from Miami-Dade. They're looking to put this one away. Hillsborough trying to force a 5th set. We'll be back. Nine to 5 lead now for Miami-Dade. They picked up a point, and Maciel Matos is still serving. Hillsborough needs to do what they can do to break this serve. Matos doing whatever she wants right now with that serve. That's a good pass, and now an opportunity, but long. Manderson. Well, she's been very good from that 10-foot line. That time, just airmailed it a little bit. Didn't get on top of the ball enough, and Matos will continue to serve. Wow. She is just letting loose right now, knowing that even if she were to hit the net or go wide or something, at this point she served 6 straight points, and it almost, you know, is a consolation to all the points that she's gotten. So I have a feeling she's going to continue to just be as aggressive as possible. And there's one, which that was bound to happen. But again, she got them this 5-point lead, and that may be what they need. Hillsborough will look to bounce back, and the good news is Matos isn't going to serve for another full rotation, so they've got to take advantage before she gets back behind that service line. Maybe even grab a lead if they can. Great dig. Great dig right there by Hillsborough Benke. And that really kept things alive and created the opportunity to score for Hillsborough. So a big play by Libero, then a serve long from Chuli. 12-7, Miami-Dade leads. A point for Miami-Dade, and maybe they didn't think they were going to get one right there, but Hillsborough lost track of the ball. Front row players had their backs turned, and no one was able to pick it up and make a play. Now 13-7. Matos back into the middle, and a free ball for Hillsborough. Got to take advantage of this if you're the Hawks. Off the hands, and a kill for Hillsborough. Outside, Sun Win Ting blocked. Another opportunity outside to Win Ting. This time she'll go just up over the blocks. Touch shot. Now a free ball into the middle to Murillo. Kill for Murillo. 14-8. Some substitutions for both sides. And now into serve is Thais de Castro Andrade. Going on about an hour and a half or so into this match. Other match ended in about an hour and 15 minutes. Win Ting blocked on the outside. Lucia Carmatil. And now she will serve. Well, Hillsborough cannot afford to just trade points back and forth. They need a run. They need to get a few in a row. Now they've got an opportunity after that great serve. Created the opportunity, and they take advantage. Shepard with the kill. Well, that serve, the reception came all the way back over across the net. I thought it might be out, but it was very close. So the libero decided to play it, which was a smart call. And then they went outside to their best hitter, and Shepard put it away. Service error, and that has hurt Hillsborough here in this third and fourth sets. Tiziana Bumbrokova serving. Dade keeps it alive. Outside to Matos, off the hands, and just wide. Couldn't see from here, was waiting. The line judge threw his flag up immediately. So Florida State College of Jacksonville will drop down in the bracket. They'll play at 4 o'clock against the loser of this match. Bumbrokova serves. And serve reception error leads to an ace in a bad spot. Now a 7-point lead. Miami-Dade in control. Miami-Dade trying to move on to play Polk State, which, if that were the case, would be about as good of a match as you could ask for at this tournament. And it would be in the second round, and it would be for a trip to the national tournament. You win 2 here, and you qualify. And then the third team will come out of the loser's bracket. Whoever wins the loser's bracket will get the third ticket. Last year, that was Polk State. They lost their first round game, went all the way through the loser's bracket. Last year, the 2 winners bracket teams. There's a block for Win Ting and Paula Barceloro on the outside. Santa Fe and Miami-Dade won their first 2 games last year and qualified. A little bit of a different format this year. It's actually double elimination. Last year, it was single elimination if you wanted to win the FCSAA state championship. This year, the loser's bracket winner can still get the trophy for winning the tournament. The winner of the loser's bracket will play the winner of the winner's bracket on Sunday. Off the hands and a kill. And Miami-Dade now fully in control, up 19-10. Well, the next match is up at 1 o'clock after this on court number 1. You've got College of Central Florida and Santa Fe College, former Mid-Florida Conference rivals. Santa Fe now in the Panhandle Conference. And on court number 2, St. Petersburg College and Palm Beach State College. Head coach Scott White for St. Pete and Drew Colvin for Palm Beach State will battle it out. Those matches will start at 1 o'clock. Matos into the corner, looking the other direction, dumps it for the kill. And 20-11, Miami-Dade leads. Overpass, put away. Well, you can't have an overpass against Miami-Dade. You're going to pay, and Barbosa-Loro made the Hawks pay for that one. Sun Win Ting will serve. Wenting with 21 service aces in the regular season. As a team, Miami-Dade hits .336. That's really good. That's a really good percentage as a team. Hillsborough hit .260, also very commendable percentage. It shows you how good .336 is. Illegal contact called on the Hawks, and Wenting will continue serving. And we are at match point. For the match, into the net. So we'll do it again. Match point coming up again. Serving for the Hawks will be the libero, Binky. And she wants to keep this one in. Last thing you want to do is end it on a service error. And that is what will happen. This match will end on a service error. 25-12. That will be it. Miami-Dade will win it 3-1. 25-15. Hillsborough took the second set 25-23. Miami-Dade wins set number 3 25-17. In the fourth set, their largest victory of the match, 25-12. So Miami-Dade will move on to play Polk State at 4 o'clock. And that will be, let's see what court that one is on. That one will be on court number 1. So you'll have Mike Rideout more than likely bringing you that game. We're not sure yet. Got to see how things shake out at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock right here on court number 2, St. Petersburg College and Palm Beach State College. Again, you can watch every game of the tournament on the FCSAA Sports YouTube channel. That'll do it for game number 1. Miami-Dade wins it 3-1. The defending national champions are now 27-0. Hillsborough State College drops to 21-10. Hillsborough will take on FSCJ at 4 o'clock on court 2. So we'll have that elimination game right here on court number 2 at 4 o'clock. We'll see you for the next matches at 1 o'clock. I'm Scott Jamieson for Tyler Allen, Kelly Warren with the FCSAA, and Matt Ennis. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you at 1.